Hello, hello, it's 7 o'clock. Welcome to Stamp with Barb Ryder and our Buzzin' with Barb live on Thursdays. Let me know that you're here, and I'm so happy to have you all with me. As you're jumping on, let's see who is with us today. And I'm going to finding you on my little phone here. Make sure everything's working good. Looks like things are happening. Awesome. So how are you this week? Hi Sue, hi Pam, welcome. Hi Deborah. Thank you all for joining me today, this evening actually. I have some projects that I hope will give you some new tips and tricks. Sneak peek of what's available March 1st. And yeah, just some fun stuff. Make sure to share so that your friends can see all these fun things that I share weekly, unless life happens, and sometimes that does. Let's see. Hi, Pam. I'm looking to see who else jumped on here. Thank you for sharing. It really helps, especially so that other people can find out tips and techniques that I always try to share and give you some new inspiration different ways. All right. So I don't know if some of you aren't friends with me on Facebook except for in my page here. We had an ice storm, and I posted a couple pictures of the trees that are behind our house. We have a pond that's kind of behind our house. And oh my goodness, it was beautiful, but very sad that so many trees have broken branches falling everywhere, and all of that stuff happening. North Carolina, you're close to Charlotte? Okay, cool. Nice. North Carolina, where else? I know we've got Florida on here. Well, let us know where you're coming from. But yeah, here in Michigan, it is not, I think it got up to 48 today, so it melted all of the ice, but it really had done some damage. There's a lot of people without power, and I know some of my friends locally that watch or are here on Thursdays, they're without power, so they're not sure that they are going to be on here tonight. So this will be recorded, and it will also be on YouTube. So if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure to give me a comment. Let me know if you like the projects and maybe if you tried making the projects. That would be great. Well, I think we're still trying to get most folks on here. It seems like not very many have joined us. I'm looking at my phone. Sorry for the look down. Just checking in though. You're an hour and a half from Charlotte going towards Asheville. Oh, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the screen or the camera so we can get started on our projects for tonight. Let's see, make sure I get you to the right one. There we go. I absolutely love my logo mat. I know I've shared that before, but I have to share it again. And I am up here in the corner, right there. So if you need to see my face as I'm talking, hi Jeanne. Thank you so much for sharing. I do appreciate that. I will be doing a drawing for this week. Anybody that does share the video. And I can always tell when you guys share the video because then I get new people asking questions and following and liking my page. And thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. All right, so let's grab the first project, okay? Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit of what's happening. Did you know we have 1 week left? Well, actually, not even a week left of Celebration. And with Celebration, you get free items for every $50 that you spend, along with the $100. There's a $100 level too. One of the biggest things I think people don't realize is how you can get you can get a 3-month subscription. So if you're already a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you will want to grab your code right here. So it's on page 6 of the mini catalog, and it's a 3-month subscription, and you put in an order online with the code 137859, and it's $67.50. You get to choose a $50 celebration item, and you've got 3 months already prepaid for your Paper Pumpkin. So doing that, you get a little bit of discount, and you can still go in and you can pause that month. You don't have to take that month. Just because you've do a 3-month subscription where you've put in that code and it just automatically is paid for the 3 months, you can still go in and suspend for that month. Hi Elaine, welcome. 80 degrees today. Oh my aunt lives in Florence, Alabama, and she said that it's 86 there today. Wow, February 86 in Alabama. So, but Paper Pumpkin, I was sharing about that. So that is something to think about. And if you do that, if you become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber with me, you'll get a free gift. Hi Maria, welcome. Thank you for sharing. Along with, getting your discount and your $50 celebration item. So make sure that you do that. Now I'm going to share this. This is the next one. It's a 10 years of growth with the Paper Pumpkin, and they're including a special gift in here. I think it's an extra stamp set is what's coming in here. Not 100%. Hi Deborah, thanks for sharing. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. And if you do not have a demonstrator already, I would love to be your demonstrator. You can go to my website and you can subscribe right there. And you can also do the purchase. Now, I also have the host code right here. Turn my finger around right there. That's the current host code that you'll want to use if you do place an order, so you get free gifts from me too. So I just wanted to share that because we've got this new one that's coming up, and we only have until next Tuesday is the 28th, and that's the last day of celebration. So there you go. Put this over here. Our first project. Looking to see who else joined. Our first project. We're going to use a stamp set and dies that are in the annual catalog. And that is Hello Beautiful. And then these are the dies that coordinate with that. Okay, they're called Beautiful Shapes dies. But look at these dies for labels, you guys. Circles that have these swirly little things. You've got these nice octagons, diamonds, and then these two like oval shapes here. Super cool. It's a great set to have just for labels. And then we're going to use this stamp set right here. I think I have to grab up some blocks because I did not pull all my blocks out, and I didn't put everything on blocks. So let's see. I'm going to grab out what we need. This is one of our fun fold cards. This is our fun fold card on this one. And this was the photo that I shared on the live event. So we're going to create this card. Now, one of the sneak peeks I'm going to show you is the embossing folders that are coming out on March 1st. You can get the numbers online March 1st. If you're a demonstrator, you can get them now. That's a perk of being a demonstrator, meaning a discount shopper. You can sign up on my team and get $175 worth of product, which includes the mini cut emboss machine, and then whatever else you want. It's amazing. It's just an amazing deal. It's $125 for $175 in product. Or if you already have the little machine and you don't, or you have the big one and you don't care to get the little one, you can choose the $99 and get $125 in product. So, saying all that just simply means that you can get some of these new products before others. Okay, I'm looking on my camera here. I'm going to see if I'm going to pull this down and see if that helps at all. I don't know if it does or not. I'm looking. I can't really tell in my camera here. There you go. Okay, there we are. See the cross hatching in this design? I don't know which way to turn this to show you, but this is one of the folders, and then they come in a package of 3. Hey, Nancy, you made it. Great. Here is the other one. Look at this. And you know what this reminds me of? I'm going to age myself a little bit here. There used to be these like chenille bedspreads, and they had like bumps on them. Anyway, it's polka dots, and this reminds me. It just makes me think of those chenille bedspreads. I don't know why. And then this one is pretty interesting. It's kind of like I'll bring it up really close. There you go. It's got these like star shapes on here, so it could be masculine. But you know what it really makes me think of is the beach. It makes me think of starfish. Yeah, so that's what that one. So that's the 3 that are coming up. Bedspread, yeah, Nancy. So that is the 3 folders that are going to be one of the March 1st purchases you can make online. All that simply means is these are not going to be in a catalog, but they will be available. You can purchase them on my website. You can purchase them on your website if you're a demonstrator. You can get the code number and have your customers order them and put them in on a workshop, you know, that kind of thing. So, all that good stuff. But this is the one we're using, and this is Petal Pink, so that's the color. And let me just grab what I need here. Put my, where can I put this? Okay, over here. I just don't want to get everything crazy here. All right, let me go ahead and pull what we need. We are going to, I'm going to use Hello Beautiful right there on that block. We are going to use this small little flower. We're also going to use a little bit larger flower. And there's this dot thing, little teeny dot. I need to grab up some more. We want that. And we are going to use, what else? Let's see what else. I don't know if I want to use that. There's these like different dot thingies. All right, here's one more little dot thing. And let me see if I have another little block here. I don't have a little block. Let's trade this out. Let's go here and here. There we go. That's nice having lots of the same size blocks because it works out really good. So, all right. Hello Beautiful, and I use this small little oval right here, and I'll show you that in a second. Oh, I see the light, this small one in the inside. That is what I used. And what do we have? We have Petal Pink. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So if you want to recreate this, I have Calypso Coral, and this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Yeah, I went on the 8s this time. I wanted a certain look. And then I have some of the designer paper that is so wonderful. It's with $100. It's the $100 value in the celebration. You can get it for free. But these are the 3 colors I chose. And so that is how I chose my palette for the card. Now here's the fun fold. So let me bring this out and show you. Basically, I have a 8.5 by 5.5. Instead of scoring it right in the middle like we usually do, it is scored at 1 1/4 and, well, let me do the whole thing, okay? So 1 1/4 and 5.5. That's what it's scored, 1 1/4 and 5.5. All right? So this is what you have. 2 pieces like this, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab my stamp mat, and I'm going to grab the colors that we need here. The first thing we're going to do, we are going to, let's see, I need these 2 colors. This white crinkle ribbon can be colored any color you would like. And so we are going to color that with our Stampin' Blends to coordinate with our project. And so, yes, you do need something here. This is going to go around this piece. So let's go ahead. This way I know how much I need in order to create my project. So it's going to be a bow. So let me just do a loose kind of bow here so I can tell how much I need. So for sure about that much. And let's cut that. All right. So you can make your ribbon any color that you would like. We are going to use Calypso Coral. And let me get this out of the way here. Put this out of the way. Who else has joined? Thank you everyone for being here. I'm so happy that you have power and internet so you can join me. We have so many power outages here in Michigan. It's crazy. I'm just blessed that I have power. All right, so what do? You're going to take your blend, your Stampin' Blend. Mine is well used. See how that tip is kind of funky? Yeah. Anyway, it still works fine. The color still comes out. We're going to color this first because I want it to dry so that we're ready after I get all the other stuff done. Okay, it's hard to see on this white because it's white, but I'm going to start. I'm just going to lay down my blend, and I'm just going to start wiping it, making sure I'm catching the whole piece. And then once I get down a little ways and you get your blend brush right in the right spot, you can just hold your blends and then pull that ribbon, and it makes it so easy. And here's the cool part is that it is coloring it on the inside, on the other side at the same time. All right, see how I can just pull it and keep going with that color? And if you see that you missed a little bit, just go back and touch it. All right, let's finish this out. There we go. Got a little bit there. All right, I think I'm good. Let me do the tip where I was holding it. Okay, there it is, and it's going to dry super fast. All right, but it's a little bit dark, but it'll dry a little bit lighter, and it gets a little stiff when it gets in there. Hi Denise, welcome from Colorado. Hi June. So yeah, so we've taken the blend and we've colored our ribbon. So I'm going to put this aside for a second. And then we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to do stamping on this large piece right here. So let's just turn this over. Make sure, yeah, that's not coming through. Okay, so there's that. And we're going to be using Mango Melody and not Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral. Did I grab the wrong one? Hold on. I grabbed the wrong ink pad. Hold on 1 second here. Let me get the right one. Okay. Got it. Okay. Calypso Coral and Mango Melody. Hi Taryn, thanks for joining. All right. There's our colors. So what I'm going to do is I've got this larger flower, and I'm going to ink that up in the mango, and I'm just going to start stamping some flowers on this piece. All right, and just random. Let's see, just like that. All right. And then I have this smaller little flower. I'm going to take that in the Calypso, and we're just going to come in between and put this little flower. Okay, just nice stamping with good old-fashioned stamping. Put it that way, using the solid stamps. All right, we also have that little speckledy thing that I was telling you about. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this speckle and I'm going to ink it up in Mango, stamp it off, and just bring it in here, filling in more. And this is just giving you some more design with the colors that coordinate with the paper on the front. That's all. So if you don't care to stamp this part, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? All right, so there's that. And then I'm going to come in here and put some pieces on the side. All right, so that's what we have right now. the last thing we're going to do is I took this one little circle guy and I'm going to ink that up in my Calypso Coral, and I'm going to put that as the center of my flower. Now see, that just makes it, turns it into a flower, right? Just like that. And since you use the blender pen to color your ribbon, we're going to take that blender pen and we're going to take the fine tip side and we're just going to come in and make a center in these flowers right here, just like that. Okay, to bring this up closer, see what I got? So we have flowers that are going to coordinate with the outside of our card. The last thing we're going to do is, here is the die cut. Hi, Diana. And we are going to stamp Hello Beautiful. And I'm going to use that do that in Calypso Coral to make it nice and dark. I am going to stamp it over to the side just a little bit. And I got to get my head down in here. Here we go. Just like that. Hello Beautiful. All right, and so that is all the stamping I'm going to do for the card. So let's close these up. All right, before we move further, I'm going to clean these so that I know that they are clean when I can put them in my case and get these blocks clean, because I might need them for the other cards. I didn't even, like I said, I didn't put the cards on the block tonight. Okay, so what is next? Let's put these up here out of the way. Let's go ahead and put our card together. And again, this is an easy fun fold. It's just a different way to fold your basic white so that you're not always doing it the same like I do. Hi, Margaret. Welcome, and thanks for coming by to see us tonight. All right, so here's what we have, right? Make sure I'm staying in the camera here. Here's what we have. So let's put our pieces together. Before we do that, here is a trick I want to show you. Now, this is a retired stamp, or a punch. This is a retired punch, but I love this punch because it makes banners easy. So it stayed in my stash, all right? Now, when you have several different sizes here, just like this, you could do them all individually here. But what I want to do is I'm going to place these where I'm going to place them all at the same spot on the bottom, okay? So this is the tip. So put this down all the way to the bottom in the middle, and then take this piece. And you start with your biggest and then go to your smallest and put that one in the middle. See what I got going on? They're all three there. All right? And then keep them straight. Just hold them in place. And we have this nice big wide area. So I'm going to take them all at the same time right here. Make sure that they stay straight. I just shifted that one. All right? Now, this is going to go in here. All righty? I want them all to stay. I'm holding them, making sure that they're all staying the same. These are all fitting in here good. I'm just double checking. There we go. So I'm going to hold this here. You don't have to do this if you feel confident. I'm pretty confident that that's pretty straight. So here we go. They're all staying there, and then you punch. All right? So what you've done, you've punched them all the same, but what you're going to do is this one's going to come up. You're going to put them all the opposite, or you're going to straighten them up at the top again. Now there is, see what you have? So I love this where you can, see, just hold them all together, punch them all out, and it works beautiful. All right, now we can put our card together, okay? Okay. And put that there. And so we're going to put our ribbon around here. It's completely dry, and it is a little bit stiffer, but it still is fabulous. Okay? So, oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Hi, Donna Schultz. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's put this on here. Well, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's build this first. Let's build this first, then put the ribbon on. Okay, Barbie. I'm getting ahead of, put the horse before the cart. Is that how they say it? All right, and you know what? Doggone it. I'm going to run out of adhesive again, and I did not grab one to put here. All right, so this goes on first, and that's just going to go right up here, right to the top. Now you notice I didn't put adhesive all the way to the bottom because I'm going to kind of curl that a little bit, which is kind of fun. And next will be this piece. Alrighty. So, and this reminds me of fruit stripe gum back in the day. And so that is going to go right over here. Okay. Just a tiny bit overlapping the big flower, like that. Okay. All right, and then the last one, and there is a tiny little design on here in this paper. This side has these funky lines, and then this side has just a very faint design. And that one is going to go on top of these other two. Hi, Shar. All right, that's going to go in the middle. Kind of there. I want to have a little bit of that yellow. There we go, just like that. And this looks so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now we're going to put the ribbon around. Alrighty. I love this. I sure hope we have some good white ribbon that comes out in our new catalog, and that will be coming out May. I think May 3rd, maybe. I think is the new catalog date. So in April, we're going to find out the retired list. As a demonstrator, we get to find out a little bit earlier. So we get to find out March 29th, I believe, if you are a demonstrator. Okay, so there is our ribbon, and it's a little loose, and I'm going to bring it over here. One of the tips, I'm full of tips tonight, you guys, okay? So one of the tips that you can do is, if you have tied it around like this and it's still loose, turn this over, and what you can do is you can actually pull this tight, take your scissors and snip it, and then just take some adhesive and pull it tighter, and then, you know, there you go. Then it's tighter for you. Okay, I know I'm going to run out of adhesive here, okay? So now, when I turn this back over, it's nice and snug, and it's in a good space. So, awesome. Juicy fruit gum, yeah, yep, it reminds me of those fun things, right? Okay, so there's what we have, and I want these to come down a little bit. There we go. There we are. All right, I'm going to trim this up just a sliver, and like that, and that one. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and look at brand new. I used all the ones up. Wait till you see this other tip that I have for you guys. Your minds will be blown. If you have not already seen it, I'd never seen it. And I saw a demonstrator share this, and I went, oh my golly. Okay, so now this is going to go about right there onto the front, okay, just like that. And then next, we're ready to put this. Okay, I'm going to take my glue because I know I'm going to run out here. We're going to put this on with green glue. All right. Plus, when it's, if it is a emboss folder, green glue works really well for using the embossing folders, okay? So that is going to go onto my Calypso Coral. And let's get that so that we have some color all around the edges. And there we are. I really like these colors together. They look so pretty. All right. So there we have that. Now, last but not least, this Now look how pretty the colors look there, okay? But that's your surprise inside. You're just going to put your adhesive on the strip that you have here and make sure, oh, you know what? I didn't do this on my other one, but can you see the little dots? Can you see what happened? The blends will come through. So maybe that's not the best idea to use your blend to do the dot in that one. Okay, well, I learned something, and that's just how I learn new things, is trial and error. And I didn't even think about the blend coming through on that side. It's okay. You know, I can take another piece of pretty designer paper and put it right there. I can't grab it right now, but that's what I'll do. I'll show you my sample because I folded it a little different and I wasn't quite happy with that fold. All right, so let's do this. We are going to go ahead and we need some adhesive on this piece. And that way, if you put your adhesive on that piece, then you know that you're not going to have sticky outside of the area here that you will need, you know, to get on the inside. So let's fold this down. And I believe it's just a sliver, like 1/8 of an inch around the outside, okay? So I am trying to make that happen. There we are. And then I'm just going to hold it down for a second because like when you use the green glue, it does take a minute to, you know, like grab. So there's no glue on this side because that's our opening, but we have it on this left side. Okay. Fabulous. All right, so there we are. Last but not least, we are going to go ahead and we're going to put some pretty little embellishments. Now, these are fun flowers, resin shapes, and they have, it looks like granny apple green or parakeet. You can use this with starry sky, fresh freesia, daffodil or mango, and then of course calypso coral. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab a couple of those, and I'm going to take, pull them out of here so I can get them off. So I need one of the large ones, and I'm using my take your pick tool. Let's put one right there. And then we're going to go ahead and take a yellow to coordinate that yellow that's in there, and that one is going to go right there. And then let's pull another little calypso and bring that one right here. Alrighty. Hi Carol, welcome. Thanks for joining everyone. If you're just joining me, and if you're just joining through YouTube, make sure to subscribe so that you'll get notices as soon as I go live, which I figured out to do, or when I upload a video. I'm not sure how much I'll do the Facebook Live. That's just, or excuse me, the YouTube Live. That's something new for me. So anyway, there you are. There are those little gems, and look at how pretty that is. Love these colors together. I'm going to see. And then here is your fun fold. You open it up. Oh, you have a surprise, and then that's where you will go ahead and write your information, or hello and salutation or signature, or tape some gift card in there, whatever. But there's card number 1. All right. So there we are. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put this aside so that we can do our next card. Want this in a good place. All right, we'll do that. All right, the next technique I'm going to share with you is actually going to be a technique using your water painter. Thank you, Denise. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So the next card that we're going to do is using 2 bundles. Seaside Bay is the main bundle, and I just had this class. If you got the class, I hope you are enjoying the projects and that you might already have made. I don't know. And then the Friends Are Like Seashells, we are going to use the emboss folder that you can get for this whole This used to come in a bundle. You can get them all separate now in the main catalog. Isn't that pretty? That's just one I stamped and put in here. But yeah, you've got all these fun die cuts that I think I've got, yeah, they're all in here. There's just a bunch of different ones, and it embosses at the same time. Very much like the citrus set that is in the mini catalog right now. So awesome, awesome. But this is what we're using, and we need a couple, we need stamps, and we need the one about You're a Pearl. So let's grab that one, and there's that, and then one more thing here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and stamp this one on the inside because there's a pearl in there, okay? So we have something on the inside. All right, so we're going to use these. Here we go. I seem to always slide in my chair. I don't know why, but that happens. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's all my parts and pieces. Okay? And so here you can see the embossing, that it's embossed with the folder, and that's the front of the card. I'm going to set that aside. This die cut piece, we're going to be using that to stamp our sentiment on. And then this is that gorgeous shimmer paper. Look at that. There is the fresh freesia, the green, and gold. It's so amazing. So we're going to be using those. And then the flat pearled back gems. So this piece right here is what we're going to do the technique on, and it is 3 by 4. And you would need, if you're going to do this, you would need a blending brush, and we're using Flirty Flamingo. So we're probably going to shake a little bit to get this going. I know, I sure hope. Oh, hi, Lynn. Glad that you made it. I hope that they, I think that whole, the Friends one, I love that. I don't know. I guess I'm needing to go to the beach is what I need. So I'm just getting some of the ink on my brush, and I want the darker part kind of right in this area. So I'm going to start here and just keep rubbing to pull out this color around the edges. Okay, so let's do that again. And again, I'm going to come right here and bring some of that darker color there. And all I'm doing is just putting this kind of in the middle and kind of bringing it out to the edges, but still keeping some white. You still want the white on there. Alrighty? And I think that's pretty good, just like that. So before we close up the ink pad, I'm going to take the seashell here, and You Are a Pearl Rare and Precious. So I'm going to stamp that, making sure I've got it inked up right. And that's going to go here, and I'm going to stamp that right there. Beautiful. I'm going to clean that off. All right. Okay, good deal. And then one last thing, we're going to go on the inside before I close up the ink pad and stamp this very detailed clam with the pearl. Okay. And then let's just do that right here. And this is one of those detailed stamps, and it's so cool. See that? Isn't that pretty? All right, so there we are. We're done with the Flirty Flamingo. And then last thing, you know what would be really cool is let's go ahead and take the Wink of Stella, and let's shine this little pearl on the inside and just make that pop. I think that's awesome. All right, there we are. Super easy. So there is that part. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to do this technique. So what you need for this technique is you need your water painter, or you need a little cup of water with a paintbrush. That's what you need. But you need to have water to do this. And so these are, you know, these unscrew and you can put water in them. You can put alcohol in them, whatever you, or even bleach if you want to do the bleaching technique. But you want to make sure that this brush is very wet. So I'm just squeezing that water, making sure that I have this nice and wet. I want this brush nice and wet, okay? And then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to tap this water. Actually, I think I'm going to do it this way, like that. And I want water speckles to come onto that ink. But you want to make sure that you're very wet. And you want that water to hit the ink colors. And I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to bring this close so you can see. All right, this is awesome. All right, I'm going to bring this up close. I'm looking at mine. Can you see how it's taking the ink away? Can you see how the white spots are turning up? It makes it look like there are bubbles behind this clam when you create this. And the reason you want to have darker color in a certain area, see, as it sits, it gets darker. Trying to move it in here. I'm looking at my camera to see how you guys are seeing this. There you go. You can see that. There. See those? Now, I might go ahead and turn it this way when I put this together because I can see more of the spots on this side, and that's what I want. Anyway, really easy, cool technique. And it just takes a second to do that. Alrighty? So there is a fun technique to teach you. Just make sure you get your water out of everything else that you're doing. So, alright. So next, we're going to put all this together. And the way that we're going to do that is we basically are taking, I'm going to grab my silicone mat here somewhere. Wherefore art thou? I just had you. It's under my paper. Okay, we're going to take this mat because I'm going to use, put adhesive on the back of these. It makes it easier in case the adhesive comes off of the edges. All right, so these pieces, what I want to do is basically, this will be my shell going this way. Okay, and then you just put this however you would like. So this one, let's take this one. I want this one to kind of come over the top of my shell there. This one is going to be fun here. I think I'm going to come down just a little bit more. There we go. Like that. If you watch me very much, you'll know that I like to place things before we actually do put them down for good. And then this is going to kind of go right in here, just to give you something else. And then this last one is going to go here. Now, of course, my words are weird, so I need to shift this a little bit. There we go. That's what I want. I want my words straight, so my shell has to go sideways. All right, so this needs to come down here and like that. Okay, so now I have the basic idea of what I need, where I need it. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this little one, put some adhesive on the bottom. Come on now. Give me a little bit more here while I'm working. There we go. All right. So this I want to kind of come out the bottom there. And then this one, we're going to slide it out, get some adhesive on here. And again, I'm only putting it towards the bottom, on the bottom part of the seaweed, but it's sparkly seaweed. It's so awesome. All right, this needs to kind of go here, like that. And let's do this. We're going to put our shell on last because that is going to go on with some dimensionals. And that just goes there. And this one will tuck in, but let's get our dimensionals on here now and put this down. Okay. I see some more just joined, so thank you for joining me. I am happy that you decided to see what was happening. All right, so I want my words to be straight, and so yep, that is kind of how I had everything, like that. Okay, right like that. then we've got this piece, and we're going to kind of tuck it in here. So let's do that. Come right in here. Tuck that in. Just like that. Awesome. All right. So there's what we have. Look at the sparkle in that paper. Isn't that paper amazing? I love it. Now, if you wanted to have more of those speckles, make sure that you do more water before you put everything on, okay? So, there's that. And then last but not least, I'm using these flat iridescent pearls, and we're going to put those on our card. Take your pick, Joel. So this big one, we're going to grab that off of here, and that's just going to kind of go right here with our sentiment. And then I've got a couple of the smaller ones, and we're going to put one right here. And then we are going to go ahead and put another one like right up here. Okay, there we are. It's so pretty. It really is amazing in person. And then the last thing is, of course, we're going to go ahead and that's going to get mounted onto here. And let's go ahead and take some liquid glue and put that down. All right. I have one more card, and I want to talk to you. I want to show you some more sneak peeks. It's always fun to see sneak peeks, right, you guys? I am going to take this, and I am going to kind of give it a little bit of a, which way do I want it to go? I guess it really doesn't matter. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it down like that. And then I'm just going to hold it for a second because that so that liquid glue will kind of attach. So, just like that. Now, just imagine, you don't just if you, depending on whatever color you use, will be just amazing. You could do blue behind there, you know, like the water. That would look amazing. So, there's card number 2. Okay. And then, last, we have the sneak peeks, okay? Let me throw this out. Get this out of the way. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks. I'm going to clean this off because I did not clean this big clam here with the pearl. Okay. The next thing that we're doing is I'm going to share this Irresistible Blooms. This is a stamp set, a bundle, and paper that coordinates with, thank you, I'm glad you like it. It coordinates with this paper, which I've been using, and so, and I'll show you some of the dies. If you haven't seen this already, I'm going to pull all this out because I've got some pieces in here you can see. This is one of the dies. I haven't done anything with it, but look at this, looks kind of cool on here on this paper. But this is really a neat piece. And then you can, there are dies that will cut the leaves out of some of the paper. We have dies that will cut out the blooms that you see here. Even this little piece, there's a die to cut out this little guy. So, lots of fun stuff. But I'll show you the paper. Now, it looks like, doesn't it look like this is embossed? Like, but it's not. This is flat. This is not a specialty paper. It's just, it's a $12 pack. I think that's what they are, instead of 15. But look at this. It's so beautiful. Really, really cool paper. This one, I can see doing all kinds of things with this. This is the one where it will cut, the die will cut these out. I'll show you the dies here in a second. So, how do you get this? If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order it right now. If you are a customer, it's available March 1st, but only online, so there's no catalog for it. There's no flyer that, or no catalog that your demonstrator can send you. There's the, just amazing. Look at this one. I love it. That reminds me of a sea, you know, some type of a sea scenery card, whatever, dots. These dots are on a lot of them, and the paper is gorgeous. And then and here, this looks like it's embossed, but it's not. It's just the way that the paper is. But the really exciting thing is some of our previous in colors are listed on this package of paper, which I hope that means that they're going to bring that back, which is Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. So you never know what's going to happen with Stampin' Up. I'm not going to take the time to put that back in here. So I'm going to put this over aside out of the way. Oh, there's one of my little guys. All right, so for this next card, where are you? Oh, it's inside. This is the card, and I have an amazing tip to show you guys. Here's the dies. I said I would show you the dies. I've been using them, so they're like all a mess. This one's a really cool one too, and I got some samples to show you. Matter of fact, I actually have a class that I'm going to show you that I've put together with this. So anyway, there's the bundle, and let's go ahead and get this card going. So this could be a masculine card using these colors. It's not so foo-foo that you could use this as a masculine card. What I've done is I have 8.5 by 5.5. This is Early Espresso. It's scored at 4 1/4. I have vanilla of using the tailor-made tags. They're all a mess in here, but there's all different sizes of these tags. So I have this, and this is in vanilla. This piece is let's see. This says 1 5/8, but I don't know if it really needs to be, and then 3 7/8. So 1 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then this piece is 4 by 2 3/4. I have another piece which it coordinates with now the paper says Daffodil Delight, but look at how great that is. And this is So Saffron. And again, I ran it through that folder so you can see like the cross hatch on it. And then this is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's a vanilla that's going to go on the inside. All right. This is an easy card once you have all your parts and pieces here. So let's go ahead. Because of the design in this, we're going to just go ahead, and then here's the back side. It's got all these pretty speckly variations, and there's your Lost Lagoon, and the dark is kind of the peacock. Just amazing. So this piece is going to get mounted onto the espresso, leaving a little bit around the edges. Okay, there's that. Then this is going to go flat onto your So Saffron that you have done textured, and you could go right to the edge. You could leave a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and this one I'm going to do right to the edge. Okay, my sample I did that I posted in the event, I have it offset a little bit. So there's that. And now this just simply is going to go onto the front of our card. Just like this. Now remember, this is all flat, no dimensionals on these pieces that I'm doing right here. Okay? You like it with So Saffron, Char? Yeah, it's very soft, but it looks so pretty. These colors look really pretty together. Now, you could also, if you had the Lost Lagoon cardstock, which I don't have it, I sold that. I must have sold that with my ink pad and stuff. I have my Pretty Peacock, but I don't have the Lost Lagoon. So I didn't have that, and I just thought that the Early Espresso looked really nice. Okay, let's do some stamping. We're going to stamp on this tag. And what are we stamping on the tag? We're going to stamp, hooray, it's your birthday. You could say hello, you could say whichever one you want, but I think this one works. And like I said, this can work for a guy. So let me grab another block here. And we're going to use Early Espresso ink pad. Thanks, Denise. I'm glad. I know these colors are they're soothing. They're actually kind of soothing colors to me. All right, so we have our espresso, and just make sure I'm inked up well. And then I'm going to come over here. You kept all your retired ones, Taryn. There you go. So Hooray is kind of going to go over to the left in the middle. Okay, there we are. And that's it. That's all the stamping. Now, I guess you could stamp something on the inside. Why don't we do that? I don't think I did on my other one, so let's do that. Let me grab the stamp set over here. And for a guy, we could do just a couple leaves. We could do some of the speckles. How about some of the speckles? Let's just do speckles. I think that's kind of fun. And grab another block here. And we're going to do that just in the, let me take my sticky mat there, or my silicone mat. So let's just stamp once, and again, and again, and again. Kind of gives you a variation. See the variation in the colors there? Just something different that would be kind of fun on the envelope too. All right, we're almost done. Super easy. Once you have all the parts and pieces done, clean that up, clean this up. Alrighty. And let's put our things together. So this is just flat on the inside, and see how the red is showing? It's gonna happen. Let's see if I can make it. Well, let's see if I can make it work. It didn't run out, so I think I can get through my whole live, but I did use the liquid glue on some. Alright, so I've got a little bit of space around the edges there, so that's the inside of my card. Then we are going to put this up with dimensionals, so let's take a couple of those. And don't leave, you guys your minds will be blown with this tip. If you haven't seen it already, I mean, this was like the best thing since sliced bread to me. Alright, oh, you know what? I need to put some ribbon in here, and we have our Early Espresso ribbon. What's it called? Faux Suede Trim in Early Espresso. So let's just take a piece of that. It's almost gone, you guys. And I already took my backings off. So this just is going to go through here. Now, I guess you could put it on with a dimensional. I'm going to go ahead and do this and just tie this on this one. I put the other one on with a dimensional, so I'm going to see how this one looks like this. It's about the same. No biggie. No big deal. Okay, there we are. Got that. Let's cut this down a little bit because it's kind of large for what we want going on here. And again, it's kind of a faux bow, a little more masculine. It's not like a foo-foo bow. So, and then this can kind of go up to the top. You can put it to the bottom. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it to the bottom because I don't know, I just kind of like it better there. Just like that. So there's what we have. Super easy. Now, take a look at this. These loose frosted gems are part of this suite that's going to be available March 1st. So, these are all loose. These are colors that coordinate with the paper, which are Pretty Peacock, the pink, I don't know what the color pink is in there, and then the daffodil, okay? That's what they are, and they're loose. So what do you how do you put these on? You're going to have to take your pick tool and put a glue dot down. Where's my glue here? Your glue, you're going to take your glue and just going to put a tiny little piece of glue right here. Not piece, but a tiny dot, I guess is what I want to say, if I can get some out. And I want it out very lightly because I don't want much. I don't need much. I'm going to put a small one there. I'm going to bring it up close so you can, whoops, I put that in the wrong thing. So hopefully you can see how tiny that little dot of glue is right there. See it? All right. Take your pick tool, and I'm going with the Pretty Peacock to coordinate here. And I'm getting a tiny one, and then that's just going to go right on top of my glue. Okay? That went on pretty well. But here is the amazing tip. Did you know that our Tombow glue acts as a Post-it note? You can put it on a cardstock or paper and let it dry, and then it is a tacky, like a Post-it note. So what, this is from Barb Stamps. I can't think of her last name. Anyway, she is the one that shared this, which she had learned it from someone else. You will take, this is an empty dimensional, but look, these are on here, guys. So what do? You just put tiny dots of your glue on here, you let it dry, and then you take your little loose, no matter what kind, your loose guys, and you put them on your dots, and that's exactly what I've done. And look, I have adhesive back little loose frosted dots. I have adhesive back frosted dots. What do you think of that? Hi, Bobby, welcome. So that is my mind-blowing tip, because let me show you how they work just like your other gems. You take your pick tool with your side, and you're going to pick up the Pretty Peacock. I don't know that you can see it, but see there's my glue dot. It's an adhesive now. So we're going to put one right here. Let's take a medium one and put a second one kind of right there. Now there's 3. You could leave the 3, but I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to take another tiny one here, and let's just put it up there. Okay, oops, I went too fast. There we go. Isn't that awesome? It is. I mean, it blew my mind, you guys. So there you are. You've got your little loose frosted dots using those. So try that and let me know if it works for you. I mean, it takes a minute, and you got to just do tiny little dots for all of your, and then you have to pick them out and put them on, pick them out and put them on. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. So there is card number 3. Okay. So you guys ready to see some more samples with the Irresistible Gems? And look, they don't fall off. Yay! It's the little things in life that make crafters happy, right? Right? Okay, so I'm going to do this so you guys can see the samples good. And let me grab them. Okay. All right, I'm just getting myself together here, guys. So give me 1 second, okay? And my adhesive held out. Yay! All right, let's go back. Here's the 3 cards for tonight. Card number 3, card number 2, card number 1. There are your 3 cards, and I learned that so that they show up in the event so that you can find them easier. Oh, you're welcome. I did them, took photo, and put them on the event so you could see it. Good, Nita. I'm glad that you like those. Thank you. So there's your cards, but let me show you my samples that I have. This is going to be 2 things. I want to remind you that you still have until the 27th to sign up for the Speedy Recovery class. That is, you'll need this stamp set and some ink pads. But here are the cards and you get product with it. It's $38, 10 cards, and it is to go. And if you're local, I have an in-person class on the 11th of March. But here's number 1. Your second card. Now, I do have the full information on YouTube if you want to go over there and check out the class. There's that one. And the 5th card. So, this class is RSVP by the 27th in order to do this class, $38. And you're going to get a lot of product. Just go over to my YouTube page, find the picture of the cards, and you'll be able to see. All right. Irresistible Blooms. I don't have the date yet for this class, but I have the class. So there's some fun folds and some fun techniques in this class. But here is card number 1, fun fold. Look at this one. There's that shimmer paper again. Oh my gosh. And this is using the new folder. Isn't that pretty? There you are. And last but not least, okay, so I'll have that information out here shortly, and after the next week, I'll have that information out next week for that class. And then here is one. It's not part of the class, but here's a sample I'll show you. I copied this from the flyer that we got, but this will probably be one that's on the online website. But this is one of the samples that they had. So anyway, just so pretty. But it's not part of the class. Okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of those great things. It's just a little after 8, but hey, I missed last week. So this week, let me see here, to get to the right spot, right there. And I'll move this out of the way. There we go. Okay, so come and join me again next week on Thursday. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, and so you'll get anything else that I've uploaded there. Hopefully you enjoyed everything, and I am thankful for each one of you so much. My team name is Barbie's Blessings, and that goes farther than my team. I appreciate everyone that's here watching me, taking the time out of your evening so that we can be together and learn some things with our stamping fun. So, you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.